Extra, extra, read all about it. Here at Fresh from the Showcase, Swiss Watch Expo has the Sprite Destro GMT Master II. Aren't you jealous? Well, we all know earlier this year, anyone who's a fan or a subscriber to this channel is probably well aware of the new Rolex releases. The hottest new release, without a doubt, is this incredible looking, what they call the Sprite GMT Master II. I'm sure you're aware of it. Probably the most unique GMT they have released in quite some time. This is, of course, a left-handed drive, or destro as some people call it, version of the watch, meant to be worn on the right hand like fellow lefties such as myself. And of course, a lot of right-handed people are gonna finally get with the program and wear it on their right hand as well, because this is a gorgeous watch. It's one of the most in-demand pieces ever. So many questions we got called about it. This is actually the first time we have ever gotten this in stock. So every question that has ever been asked about this watch up until today has received a pretty disappointing answer. But that all ends. We've actually got this watch, and let me tell you, it totally lives up to the hype. If you're familiar with any of the ceramic bezel versions of the GMT, the colors are incredibly bright and are going to be resistant to fading in the future as well, unlike some of the more vintage classic versions of, say, the Pepsi or the Coke. It is pretty similar in color to the Starbucks they're making now. This is the same color green ceramic that you'll find on that, but I think it looks great with the sort of 50-50 split on the bezel that you get with the GMT. And of course, the color green, I think, is the logical progression of the next color. As we all know, the ceramic GMTs, the standard ones, do come with the green GMT hand here on the dial. So I think it makes perfect sense that that was going to be the next color that they incorporate into the line. As we all know, green is sort of a special color when it comes to Rolex. So it was only a matter of time before the GMT got a little bit of love with the green on the bezel as well. Another great thing about this, and I'll say this as a left-handed person, you right-handed people need to stop complaining about having to wear the watch on the opposite wrist. The crown and the crown guards, while they are a little prominent, I think it's subtle enough that you can definitely wear this on either hand. I might try picking on people who might say otherwise, but you know, as someone who wears right-handed watches on their right hand almost every day with few exceptions, I gotta say this is one that you can pull off on either side, as opposed to something like a Panerai or something like an IWC with an absolutely monster crown on it. That's not something Rolex has ever done. And I think it's part of the reason why they were able to get away with a left-handed watch on one of their most popular, flagship sport models. That again, a watch that is technically only made for 10% of the population has done nothing to tamper the demand for this. We've gotten so many questions from so many people, most of whom I assume are right-handed, but they still cannot wait to get their hands on this watch. And I completely see why. I mean, we have this one in stock and ready to ship today. I can't say how long it'll be until the next one comes in here, or how long some of even our best clients are gonna have to wait for it. But enough about just the sheer exclusivity of this watch, or just the beauty of this GMT case. The fact of the matter is, this is a completely unworn watch with a tag that was only dated about a week ago. So this is one of the hottest, youngest items we have. This is a literal baby when it comes to the watches that we have in our inventory, considering some of the more vintage ones. So as you know, this one has been a holdout because it has been such a long time since I was able to actually hold this in my hands. But if you know Swiss Watch Expo, you know we're likely the first people to get our hands on some of those hard to find Rolex watches, especially the new releases that you just cannot find at ADs, no matter how hard you might try. So do not give up hope yet. Give us a call, shoot us an email, make us a request. We promise we are not going to laugh at you, no matter how outlandish or how hard to source you think a watch could be. We'll give it our best, and you never know, you might find your next Grail watch sitting right here at SwissWatchExpo.com.